course, Enyimba International. Enyimba, their opponents in the CAF Champions League are in town. El Merreikh of Sudan won the first encounter, first leg 3-0. So let's hope that Enyimba can turn things around. But the way it stands right now, it is Nasarawa United at the top, 6 points from their 2 games, followed by Rivers United, also 6 points from 2 games. In fact, everything is the same between them, 6 points and goal difference of +2. But Nasarawa United have scored more goals. They've got 4, while Rivers United have only got 2. But Rivers United have not conceded, while Nasarawa United have conceded 2. Kano Pillars are third on the table. They've got 4 points from their 2 matches, while Dakada are fourth, 4 points also from 2. Kwara United third. They've played fifth. They've played just 1 and they've got 3 points. Enyimba too have played just 1. They have 3 points. They are 6th on the table. And bottom of the table, we've got Abia Warriors, who have played 2 and they've lost the 2. Heartland have also played 2. They've lost the 2. Plateau United have played 1. They've lost 1. Let's see what will happen when they play their next game. So, guys, that's what is going on in the Nigerian Professional Football League. We expect fireworks tomorrow and also on Wednesday, and then we'll complete match day 2 of the Nigerian Professional Football League. So it will be interesting to see how all of these teams would, go about their business this season. It's been a long time coming, but we thank God that the Nigerian Professional Football League is up and running. And it's really interesting that we are getting away wins, which normally should be something that happens every week. But we know how notoriously difficult it is to win away from home in the Nigerian Professional Football League. But last couple of seasons, I think things are beginning to change.
Yeah, that's the truth, and that's where I want the LFC to continue to work very hard and see how they can improve, so that we can have players even coming back to the MPFL to help their former clubs before they travel abroad, so that things will go well. We saw at some point we had ex-internationals returning to their former clubs here to help boost the club morale and all that. So for me, I think if things are going on well, I think we have many of them will have to come home and finish if they feel like, maybe former Kano Pillars player who's out there right now, maybe after some time, let me come back home and play just 1 or 2 seasons before I'm up my boots, and also help boost the league, and that will really help. So for me, I think it's good. It's like that now that it's on TV and we are beginning to see some fantastic play from these teams. It will really be really great for the LMC. And now that they have also appointed somebody who knows his onions when it comes to administration, in Davis Inoue, our CEO, I think it will also go a long way. So it's a need, putting that square pegs in square holes will only take a little time before things will take shape. So for me, we are in the right direction. If you're not prepared as a home team, then you get beaten. And now that they've told every club that everything must be on standby before the game starts, I think this will wake every club up. Whoever is not ready to play in the PFA should just relax. Those that are ready, they should go on ahead and play. So for me, thumbs up to LMC.
All right, let's go on this break. We'll be right back. Please touch it.
Honey?
Yes, dear.
I'm tired of the poor power situation. Every time I stock the fridge, I come back to spoiled food. I think it's about time we go solar.
How?
With Vertical Solar, we can have all our appliances and electronics powered by solar, and they allow us to pay small. We can pay installmentally with as low as 36,000 naira monthly, spread across 12 months.
Tell me more.
I know you like the idea of paying small. Vertical Solar range of products can power all household devices, including air conditioners and water pumps.
What are the benefits of solar power?
We are talking uninterrupted power supply, no monthly electricity bill, no more spending on generator, and no more generator noise.
I see. But how can I locate Vertical Solar?
Head now to 28 Country Home Metal Road off Ajib Junction, Sapele Road, Benin City, or Blossom Mall beside Stop to Shop stores, DBS Road, Asaba. Or you can call them on 0816-170-1105 or 0703-623-4843. You can also send them an email on info@verticalsolar.com.ng.
Vertical Solar, your lifetime power partners.
Words are powerful, but even more powerful is when they are backed by action, which is why at Keystone Bank, we don't just say you are important. We show you how important you are to us by providing you with simple and innovative banking technology that hits home. From our online banking and mobile app to our star 7111 hash platform to our fast loan services and so much more. At Keystone, you'll find a refreshing approach that takes banking from being bearable to pleasurable. At Keystone Bank, experience customer dedication and innovation that goes beyond words. Keystone Bank, we grow together. Happy New Year to you and yours.
Now success everybody they see. Nobody was there when the journey started. When you had to kill your sleep and sometimes break down with pains, aches and fever. But success lies at the other end of pain. And as a Naija born and bred, we know they carry last. Push through pain with Emzo paracetamol. Then stare pain in the face and say, not today.
For aches, pains, and fever, trust Emzol paracetamol. If symptoms persist after 2 days, please see your doctor.
Welcome back to Sports Fiesta. It is live on 92.7 KFM Benin City with me, Sally Ibrahim, the Sports Abracadabra, and Agosa Egbekan, the Sports Maestro. Okay, let's get to London and look at the game between Chelsea and Manchester City. It was humiliating for Chelsea yesterday what Manchester City did to them. And look, there is no shame in losing to Manchester City because we know how good they can be. But when you put things in the right perspective, when you realize that Manchester City didn't have 5 of their regular players, 5 players that if they were available will have played, they will have gone straight into the first team, including of course their first choice goalkeeper Ederson. They didn't have Gabriel Jesus. They didn't have Kyle Walker, who's their first choice right back. They didn't have Ferran Torres. And who else was there? There was one other player, Eric Garcia. Yeah, they didn't have these guys. Riyad Mahrez was on the bench. Sergio Kun Aguero was on the bench. I even thought that, okay, because Gabriel Jesus wasn't starting, he will draft in Sergio Kun Aguero. But now knowing how well he has played against Chelsea in the past, you know, got a good scoring record against the Blues. But these guys were on the bench. Kevin De Bruyne played as a false 9. And yet, maybe Chelsea were in the game for perhaps 5 minutes in the first half. But after that, Manchester City just completely took over. Is it that Manchester City are that good, or Chelsea were just abysmal and diabolical yesterday? No, seriously. Is it more than we are saying? Because you know, come on, we are talking about Timo Werner. We are talking about Mason Mount. Yeah. We are talking about Riyad Mahrez. Sorry, not Riyad Mahrez. No, not Kai Havertz was on the bench. The right winger for Chelsea.
Pulisic, Hakim Ziyech.
We are talking about Pulisic. We're talking about Chelsea, for crying out loud.
Ibrahim, to be fair, when that game was about to start yesterday, I was like, 5 key players out of City, this is a bonus for Chelsea. They should take advantage of this. But when I saw the scoreline, because I was watching it at some point, the light went off. So before we get to put on the general that I had other things to do. But by the time I returned, I was like, first half 3-0, is this? I was just cleaning my eyes, is this real or for old game or something? But what I saw in that game was that Chelsea, they are not ready to play. That's just the truth. They are not ready to compete. If they are ready, we should know.
Because there was no fire. They were not even trying to win balls. Of course, and Sterling sat Mendy on his backside and then waited for Kurt Zouma to come. Pretended like he was going to hit the shots. I mean, it was just comical. Manchester City just toyed with Chelsea yesterday. If you didn't know who they were playing, you would think it was maybe the Kukuruku Dragons of KFM. maybe you think we were the ones playing against Manchester City.
What's going on? Look at the way in the first goal. Look at the way Gundogan turned Thiago Silva.
Exactly. Ega Gundogan was in the 18-yard box of Chelsea, and there were like 6 Chelsea players there, but nobody got to the ball. It's comical.
And look at it.
Even the second goal, I mean, the touch from Phil Foden that beat Mendy. Mendy, when he first came, was, oh, wow, this is the real deal and everything. But some of the goals that he's conceding now, I mean, even Kepa would... You will not even blame Kepa for considering such goals. So it was just so laughable. But what really surprised me yesterday, not how well Manchester City play, we know how good they can be, but the lack of fight from Chelsea. It was like they just gave up. Even the manager, normally when you are 3-0 down, it doesn't matter who you are playing. You go 3-0 against Arsenal when they played against Arsenal. They were 2-0 down in the first half. And what happened? He made 2 changes when they went in for halftime. Yesterday, he did not make a single change. The same players that started the game were the ones that came out at halftime. And that's when you just knew that, look, these guys, the manager, the players, everybody, they have just apparently just said, okay, we've lost this match. There was no fight from them, and it was just so horrible. As I said, at one point, Manchester City had the ball for 7 minutes. They were just touching the ball. They were just... it was really funny what was happening. And I had the commentators, even the pundits before the game, they were saying because Manchester City didn't have their first choice goalkeeper, they had the American international, that maybe within the first couple of minutes, Chelsea should try the goalkeeper, just at least put him under pressure. But he didn't do that. And the guy, the goalkeeper actually was under pressure. Remember that in the 4th minute there was a back pass, which he caught. He caught, and there was an indirect free kick. I mean, this was a very good opportunity to just put the keeper under pressure. But somehow, I saw Mason Mount. He was like the one directing traffic, telling Ben Chilwell and... Hakim Ziyech was the one that played it, but it was Mason Mount who was telling them how they were going to play the free kick, and I'm like, what's going on? And immediately after that game yesterday, there was a report from The Athletic, and they said that some players at Chelsea were not happy at Frank Lampard, and that he tends to play some players often, and clearly you can see that he's been doing that with Mason Mount. The guy does not even... Look, let's even forget how good Mason Mount is. Even if he is that good. Yeah, but must you play him every game? When is he going to rest? Even if he's Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi, you need to rest him. But it seems everything he does, Mason Mount has got to be involved in it, and you just wonder what is going on. Are the players turning on Frank Lampard? Because we've seen it, even when Frank Lampard was a player, it happened. At one point, it seemed like they turned against Jose Mourinho. At one point, it seemed like they turned against Andres Villas-Boas. At one time, it seemed like they turned against Avram Grant. At one point, it seemed like they turned against Philip Scolari, World Cup winner at Chelsea. But at one point, the players were not playing. You know, they were just not... There was nothing he could do to lift them, and eventually, the manager was fired. So... it seems like Frank Lampard himself has got to that point now where the players are basically just giving up on him.
They are not happy with him, that's the truth. And a stubborn manager faces this kind of situation, because you cannot be playing players out of position and you are using someone. What happened to...
No, at least yesterday he did not play anybody out of position. But
Giroud is somebody who will step onto the pitch.
Yeah, and Giroud is the guy that has been scoring goals for you. Even the last game he scored. So why he is not playing Giroud is, I mean, it's just confounding everybody. And look, Timo Werner, I think he's suffering from lack of confidence from having been played out of position, and this is the 12th match now that he has not scored a goal. And I saw he kind of channeled his inner Torres yesterday. He did what Fernando Torres was doing when he lacked confidence at Chelsea. you are playing as the number 9. You're supposed to be right there in the 18-yard box. But you saw what Timo Werner was doing yesterday. He would go out of the 18-yard box, go to the flanks and pass the ball. And then they cross the ball to where he is supposed to be, and there is nobody there. The commentators were saying it, that Timo, you've got to be right there
in the box.
If I were Frank Lampard, you know what I will do with Timo Werner? I'll get videotapes of the Leicester City legend, Jamie Vardy. I'll tell him, just be watching Vardy. Because he can play like Vardy. He's similar to Vardy. He's got the pace. Vardy is not that good with dribbling. He's not that kind of player that that has the guy that will dribble. He's just all action. He is a very direct kind of striker. So I would want him to model his game after Jamie Vardy. Watch the way Jamie Vardy plays in the English Premier League. That is the way that he should be playing. But we really don't know. You know, Timo Werner is a good player, but it's clear now that Lampard doesn't know what to do with the players that he has.
And that is the reason why I should have brought on someone like Olivier Giroud yesterday. Since Timo Werner wants to play and pass the ball from the flanks, let somebody be inside the 18-yard, because you don't have a top 9 converting the chances you are having. Then what is the point? So for me, I think they all lacked the ideas yesterday. They should just sit down and see it, because the way it is right now, the board will not be happy. You cannot be playing against a team without a first team 5 players, and yet you are being tossed around like tiki-taka like Barcelona. I was like, is this Chelsea? Is this training? What is happening? No energy, no fight, nothing. How will you
I was even surprised that they eventually got a goal. Kai Havertz came on, then went to the and you see the problem with
the ball. If not,
but if Werner had even been in the right position, it would have been Werner scoring that goal. That's what he should be doing. He should be staying there, but he isn't, because he lacks confidence. So with the way Chelsea are playing right now, you wonder if there is anything that Lampard can do to uplift the team. And if you watch Chelsea, I think most teams have already figured them out. They only play through the flanks. They don't attack through the middle. They are too one-dimensional. So Lampard, it's like he just doesn't know what to do with the team anymore. And we don't know, but right now they said he is under tremendous pressure. The board clearly, even Fabrizio Romano has tweeted that the board are not happy. He said they are backing him, but they are not happy with him. They are disappointed at that result yesterday. Anyway, one manager is delighted at his players and the results that they got. And this is Brendan Rodgers of Leicester City. He says that they can disrupt Premier League hierarchy. Of course, talking about Liverpool, Manchester City. Now, Manchester United now in the picture. Chelsea, not there. Arsenal, not there. Yeah, I know they have won 3 games consecutively, but when you look at the big picture, you wonder whether they will make top 4. So Chelsea now in that same position. You wonder seriously if Chelsea can make top 4. No longer talking about whether they are going to win the title. And to imagine that just a couple of weeks ago, the manager of Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, said Chelsea were title contenders, and that was exactly where the problem started. Okay, but Leicester City, they played yesterday and they were able to beat Newcastle United 2-1 away from home.
Yeah, fantastic performance from the Foxes. That's how to know title contenders. If you are contending for the title, you want to finish the season on the high, that is how to play. Even away from home, play with all your heart. Yes, I understand that they've been in a fine form. If they had not drawn their last game where Kelechi Iheanacho missed the penalty, it could have put them in the top position. But they got a point in that game. Here, they went away and they were able to beat the Magpies to get the maximum points, and now they are just 1 point behind the top 2 teams. So for me, I think that is great. And if anything can happen, if Manchester United sleeps, or maybe Liverpool play to the sleeps, and they get to win their next game, then they could be up there. They've won it before, so they have what it takes to also win it again, and they know how it feels to be champions. So for me, I think that was a fantastic performance yesterday. Maddison scoring a fantastic goal, then Telemans, the way those goals came, then Nicaro getting the consolation for the Newcastle. So it shows that the Rodgers, they are really out there to make statement.
All right, the performance of the weekend for me, it's Manchester City absolutely obliterating Chelsea, but Arsenal were awesome. They played against West Bromwich Albion away from home. Bukayo Saka, I wish we could somehow get this boy to come and play for Nigeria. He's just awesome. Apart from the goal, I mean, he was involved. Even when Arsenal were playing poorly, he seemed like the only player that was really dragging them. And I've had commentators say things like, oh, he's too young for you to rely on so heavily. But well, he's doing it, so I think Arsenal can rely on him. Yeah, but Arsenal were just awesome. But are they back to their brilliant bests? 4-0 against West Bromwich Albion.
You can say they're back. Having won 3 matches in a row and scored so many goals, that brings confidence into the team. And right now,
yeah, but they are still 11th on the table.
Still 11th, yeah, but better than where they were. If they had lost to Chelsea, that would have, they would have.
Yeah, well, I've been talking relegation
right now, but they won that game.
But now they are just even 3 points behind Chelsea.
Yeah,
just 3 points behind Chelsea. So
that is, if they win 2 or 3 matches and others, things did not go their way, then Arsenal will climb up. But then I think that's good. 9 points on match. At least the manager can have him self relief, and they cannot sit down and say, okay, let's build on these results. Let's try and consolidate our position. So for me, I think it's better for Arsenal to continue to win, not dropping points, because the way it is now, it's really, really tight. You've got West Ham United on 26 points, Southampton playing to be on 26 points. So even Chelsea on 26 points, it's not going to be easy. Even the Aston Villa that United defeated, they're also a very good side right now. They are 7th. So it's going to be so close. But if Arsenal want to make top 6 or finish in top 4, come on, there should be no losing or no drawing. It should be win all the way if they are to make it this season. But so far, 3 out of 3, come on, it has been good for Mikel Arteta.
Tottenham Hotspur also had a good weekend. They won their encounter 3-0 against Leeds United. Crystal Palace won 2-0 against Sheffield United. Brighton and Hove Albion and Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wow. At one point, we had Wolves leading 3-1, but Brighton fought back, and that match ended 3-3.
Yeah, 6-goal thriller, and Brighton and Hove Albion, I must commend them for that. It's not easy for you to play against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and trailing 3-1. Though it was at the American Express Stadium, but the fact that they were able to get really 2 goals in the second half to make it 3-3 was really, really good for them. So it was a top performance from Brighton, because if Wolverhampton Wanderers had not taken their foot off the gas, I think they should have won that game. That was the game they should have won. Nuno Espirito Santo has not had this the way he expected this season. Look at where they are, 13th on the table. Though they sold some players and they are having injury worries as well, but that was a game they could have won. They could have closed up that game yesterday. Allowing Brighton to come into that game was really, really, really uncalled for, and they paid for it without being disciplined at the back. So, and the way the goals were coming from crosses, and they really attacked very well, using the flanks and bringing crosses to the centre ball, inside the 8-yard box, and just converting them via headers, and it was really great for Brighton. It was a fantastic point they brought there.
We're not done yet. One more match for this match day: Southampton versus Liverpool. Now, Liverpool, last 2 matches they failed to get wins, and they know now that they are in a title race with other clubs. Manchester United in particular, they are level on points. Having seen how a depleted Manchester City absolutely demolished Chelsea yesterday, they will know that Manchester City are also in contention. Manchester City, if they win, they've got an outstanding game. Right now, they are 5th on the table on 29 points. If they win that outstanding game, it means that they would be on 32 points. That would mean that they are just 1 point behind Liverpool and Manchester United. So they are in the title race. Yes.
Winning that game yesterday gave them that confidence. So for me, I think it's really, really good to be a title race, not like this is January, and look at the way the table is. So it's going to be bumper to bumper for all the top 4-5 clubs right now. It says even the likes of Everton, they are still in the race, because Ancelotti has done very well, and this is where he is. If he gets a win, it takes him closer to the second position. So for me, that is how the English Premier League, the way it's going to end this season. If they continue this way, I think it will get to the wire. But so far, I know very soon we have some teams, are flying, and others could be dropping points. But for Liverpool, there should be no reason for them not to win tonight. If they get a draw, that would put them, that would still keep them at the top of the table. But there's no guarantee that if
but knowing that Manchester United will have a game in hand, and Manchester United wins that game, Manchester United will go 2 points ahead of them, and
so
it will now mean that Liverpool are chasing.
Yeah, that is the reason why they should go for a win. Even if it's going to be a 1-0 win tonight, Jurgen Klopp, who says he wants to retain the title, fine. I think he knows how to do that. If he wants to retain the title, he knows what to do. He should go to St. Mary's, and though it's not an easy ground, but he should go there and get a win. And it will be homecoming for some Liverpool players, Sadio Mane, who played for Southampton before, and some couple of other players who they could turn things around. I see Liverpool winning if they get the opportunity. Southampton should also step up.
All right, so right now it is Liverpool top on 33 points, followed by Manchester United also on 33 points. Leicester City are third on 32 points, although they've played a game more than both Manchester United and Liverpool. Tottenham Hotspur are on 29 points. Then Manchester City are on 29 points. They've played just 15 games. Then you have Everton 6th on 29 points. Aston Villa 7th on 26 points. Chelsea 8th on 26 points. Southampton 9th on 26 points. There are so many teams on 26 points. So when you really look at it, even Chelsea and Arsenal are not. No, I'm talking about the title race. Theoretically, they are still in there. No, because look at Arsenal 23 points. Look at the top, Liverpool 33 points. That's 10 points. And in the English Premier League, we know how things can change. We've not even gone halfway. We've not played 19 matches yet. So, yeah, you could say technically Arsenal and Chelsea are still in the title race. But looking at how poorly they have been recently, that's why you just feel no. Even if they now start hitting form, you do not expect that their opponents will all drop form at the same time. If Liverpool sleeps, you don't think that Manchester United are going to sleep. Manchester City, they've been poor this season, but now they've hit form. Yes, and so you don't expect Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool all to just drop form at the same time. Even if they do, how about Tottenham Hotspur? And if they do, how about Leicester City? So once you do not start very well, and there are so many clubs that are above you, then you've basically just kicked yourself out of the title race. So now, top four, we are not even sure who will make it, and then even the top six. I think they are going to even have the UEFA Europa Conference League starting this season. So starting next season. So it is from how they finish that they will go. Somebody said that maybe Chelsea should not worry too much. They should qualify for the Conference League, then win it, so that they will be the first club to win the Champions League, the Europa League, and the Conference League. Anyway, let's see what will happen. All right, from the English Premier League, we go to the Italian Serie A. Well, AC Milan, of course, are the leaders over there, and those guys, even when they've got adversity like being a player down, having a red card, it doesn't bother them. They still go on to win. They beat Benevento 2-0 yesterday. Inter Milan put 6 past Crotone. That match ended 6-2 in favor of Inter Milan. Romelu Lukaku, that guy, he's big, he's strong, he's powerful, and you wonder how Manchester United got it wrong with him. Well, he did well at Manchester United, but things just broke down and he left. But now he can't stop scoring. He bullies the defenders at the Serie A. They just do not know how to stop him. He just goes past them and scores goals. Lautaro Martinez got a hat-trick in this encounter.
Fantastic performance from them yesterday. That victory took them to top spot until when AC Milan won their game against Benevento, and later in the evening that AC retook the top position. So it's also close in the Italian Serie A here. Also close for the first two teams, apart from Roma, also won their. Most of the big teams won their games yesterday. So for me, I think it was a nice one.
Juventus played against Udinese. Cristiano Ronaldo, a brace and an assist. No penalty before anybody asks. He only scores penalty. He no penalty in this one yesterday. He scored 2 good goals and even had an assist.
Yeah,
they won 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1. Fantastic performance. But would they be able to win the Scudetto this season? It's still a big question. And 15 matches have been played so far, though.
And they are 10 points behind
AC.
Yes, although they've got a game in hand.
But this season, if AC continues this way, I think Zlatan is reason for coming back to the San Siro is to help AC without win the Scudetto. Maybe after, if he's able to do it for them this season, he could just leave Italian Serie A and say, okay, yes, I came, I saw, and I conquered another. But for Juventus, well, there's still so many games to be played, but if they have to retain it, I think they have to start continuing winning, honestly. Because there are some points they were dropping points, you know, instead of picking up maximum points, they were just dropping some, and that was what kept them where they are right now. You don't expect Juventus to be in the 5th position, you know, but that is it. If you don't take your chances, then you have to pay for it. So for me, it's still not over. Let's see how they will fare between now till end of March.
Okay, as I said, Juventus beat Udinese 4-1. Atalanta put 5 past Sassuolo. It was Atalanta 5, Sassuolo 1. Napoli, they did very well, beating Cagliari 4-1 away from home without Victor Osimhen. Fiorentina and Bologna played out a goalless draw. Genoa and Lazio played out a 1-1 draw. Torino beat Parma 3-0 away from home, while Roma pipped Sampdoria 1-0. And Spezia lost 1-0 at home to Hellas Verona. The way it stands now, AC Milan are top on 37 points after their 15 matches, followed by Inter Milan on 36 points from their 15 matches. Roma are third, they've got 30 points from 15, while Napoli are fourth, 28 points from 14, and Juventus fifth, 27 points from 14. That's what happened in the Italian Serie A last night. Okay, from there we go to the Spanish La Liga. Barcelona, they got back to winning ways, and not a coincidence that it was the return of Lionel Messi. He set up the winning goal, and as they were able to beat Huesca 1-0, and that was the 750th match for Barcelona and the 500th appearance in La Liga. Lifted the ball for Frankie de Jong, who converted past the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's the reason why Messi is a star player, and anything he joins right now, the team will have that confidence and say, okay, yes, we have somebody who can, you know, shoulder responsibilities even when others are down. But the Barcelona we used to know, they are a dominant force, but these days you see them struggling, you know, to win games. So for me, that tells you that the spirit at Barcelona, I don't know what's happening right now, except maybe Messi just decides to just, okay, let me just extend my contract and still play for them and put everything aside. If not, it will be really difficult, because whenever he's not on the pitch, they struggle to play, to win games. And if he's on the pitch, sometimes he just does his own thing, you know, try to just contribute his own quota, whether they win or not. Maybe he's just waiting for the season to round up so that he can move on. And he doesn't want to start talking to clubs right now as a form of disrespect to the club. He has the right to do it, but maybe if he's okay, let me just finish this season and see how things will pan out. So far, they are going to struggle. It's not going to be easy for them this season, but I see the likes of Atletico or Real Madrid returning the title this season, despite Barcelona trying to fight for it. It's not going to be easy, except since just turn around and they start, you know, dominating just like the way they've done in the past years. But this season, I hardly last say, okay, they are title contenders. I find it difficult to take them as title contenders.
No, the kind of form that Atletico Madrid are in.
Yes, even the 90th minute yesterday, Luis Suarez got that winning goal for them against Alaves. That tells you they want to remain at the top and they want to win the title. They never give up. And this is the same player that was asked not to come to camp, that he was not in his plans, talking about Ronald Koeman. And it's also saying that, yes, he was right to ask him to leave and all that. But then, look at what he's doing at their rivals, you know. So for me,
so it was Alaves 1, Atletico Madrid 2, Athletic Bilbao 1, Elche 0. Real Sociedad played out a 1-0 draw with Osasuna. Eibar beat Granada 2-0. Real Madrid also won their match. Yeah, they won 2-0.
They won their game, and that kept them in the second spot. So close, but Atletico Madrid, they've got 2 matches.
Outstanding 2 games.
I don't know guarantees though, but if they're able to do that, come on, that would take them to maybe 41, 44. But I think the way it is right now, if they're fit to win this season, come on, I would say though they tried, but they lack that cutting edge to finish. But Real Madrid, they will also want to retain the title. So let's see. Even let's say that they are still in the picture. At some point they were the top table toppers. I don't know what really happened. They dropped form and right now they are third. But I hope what is named the receiver, the legend, will be able to help them to get Champions League ticket at the end of the season. I hope they finish in the top. We're talking about Real Sociedad.
Atletico Madrid are top on 38 points from 15 matches, followed by Real Madrid 36 points from 17. Real Sociedad are third. They've got 30 points from their 18 games, while Villarreal are fourth. They've 29 points from 17 matches. Barcelona are fifth. They've got 28 points from 16 matches. All right, that's what's happening in the Spanish La Liga. From there, we go to the German Bundesliga. Bayern Munich. At one point, they were 2-0 down. They were playing against a struggling side, Mainz 05, but they were able to come back and they won that encounter 5-2.
Yeah, that's how to know a team who wants to retain the title. Yeah, going down sometimes is a problem, but your reaction in the second half will determine where you finish at the end of the season. So Bayern Munich, sometimes they struggle. Sometimes when you expect them to draw, to win, they go on to get a draw. But yesterday's game was just too much for them. I thought, okay, even if they had to come back, could be 2-2, could be 3-2, but 5-2, I never expected that from the Bavarians. And Robert Lewandowski got to Joshua Kimmich, Niklas Süle, and others. They got their victory, and now they are back. Because before that game, it was RB Leipzig who won on Saturday that was at the top of the table, while Bayern were behind. We're second with 30 points, but following that victory yesterday, they are back to their position. So this is where they want to be, and they are there right now. So if they continue the way they played yesterday, they remain the champions, and that is why I want other clubs like Leverkusen, Leipzig, and even Dortmund to be on their tree and see how they can dethrone Bayern Munich. When the team wins the title so many times, it makes it. That's why they call it the Farmers League, So, but for me, I think there should be changes this season, just like what is happening in Serie A right now. I'm really happy with Serie A.
Farmers League that are champions of Europe. Then it means all those other winners of different leagues, they are all farmers if they are beaten by champions of the Farmers League. Anyway, Bayern Munich top on 33 points from 14 matches, followed by Leipzig on 31 points from 14. Then Bayer Leverkusen 28 points from 14. Borussia Dortmund 25 points from 14. That's what's happening in the German Bundesliga. Okay, let's leave football now. We'll come back to football at 4 p.m. Today is Monday, so we'll be giving you a burst of fire. Let's go to basketball. We had a couple of games in the NBA last night, so let's see what happened.
All right, Minnesota Timberwolves were in action, but they were beaten by Denver Nuggets 124 to 109 points. San Antonio Spurs.
Jason and Tatum of sorry, which result did you call?
Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets.
Minnesota Timberwolves and Denver Nuggets. Okay, it was the top performer for of Denver Nuggets was Jamal Murray. He got 36 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. While for Minnesota Timberwolves, it was Malik Beasley with 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists.
San Antonio Spurs took on Utah Jazz, and it was the Jazz that won 130 points to 109 points.
San Antonio Spurs, Utah Jazz. Bojan Bogdanovic got 28 points for Utah Jazz, 1 assist, 3 rebounds, while Keldon Johnson got 22 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists for San Antonio Spurs.
Chicago Bulls defeated Dallas Mavericks 118 points to 108 points.
Jalen Brunson of Dallas Mavericks got 31 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists, while Zach LaVine of Chicago Bulls got 39 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists.
Phoenix Suns were in action. They took on the LA Clippers, and the Clippers were able to clip the wins of the Suns, and it was 112 to 107 in favor of the LA Clippers.
Paul George of the Clippers got 39 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists, while Devin Booker of Phoenix Suns got 25.5 rebounds and 8 assists.
And lastly, Golden State Warriors back to winning ways, beating Portland Trail Blazers 137 to 122 points.
Steph Curry, massive, dropped 62 points, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And CJ McCollum got 28 points, 9 rebounds and 5 assists for the Trailblazers. LA Lakers also played yesterday. LeBron James, they won against Memphis Grizzlies, 108 points to 94. LeBron James got 22 points, 13 rebounds and 8 assists for his team, while what's this guy's name now? Sorry. Tyrus Jones of Memphis Grizzlies got 14.5 rebounds and 3 assists.
Brooklyn Nets lost to Washington Wizards by 1 point, 122 to 123. That was how the Wizards won against the Nets. So these are the games that we played as of this morning. But there are others slated for tomorrow morning. Orlando Magic will take on Cleveland Cavaliers, Philadelphia 76ers versus Charlotte Hornets, Atlanta Hawks will trade tacos with New York Knicks, Miami Heat will do battle with Oklahoma City Thunder, Toronto Raptors will take on Boston Celtics, Houston Rockets versus Dallas Mavericks, Milwaukee Bucks will take on Detroit Pistons, then New Orleans Pelicans versus Indiana Pacers, while Golden State Warriors will face Sacramento Kings.
Okay, for Brooklyn Nets, their top performer was Kyrie Irving. He got 30.5 rebounds and 10 assists, while Thomas Bryant of Washington Wizards got 21 points, 11 rebounds and 2 assists. All right, so that's what happened in the NBA last night, and of course there will be some more matches in the early hours of this morning. We've got to go now, but before we do, let's just quickly tell you this, and this is public service announcement. One of our friends, the coach of Efe Uro City Football Academy, said that unfortunately one of their players left socks, I think 16 pairs of socks in a vehicle on his way to that time. He took the cab from Urora Junction to Ramat Park on his way to Agbo Road, and he came down to join a vehicle that's going to Agbo Road during rush hour, and he forgot to pick the nylon bag where he kept the socks in the boot of a blue Volkswagen car at about 6 to 7 p.m. and there are 16 socks, blue of them, 16 stockings, blue. They are blue. So please, if you are the cab driver that picked up this guy and you checked and you saw 16 pairs of hose or stockings in your vehicle, please, you can return it to KUFM or take it to, as we do it now, the nearest police station or something, so that this team, Efe Uro City Football Academy, they can pick up their property. And from what he said, it's happened on the 31st of December. Okay, so please, if you are a cab driver and you notice that you've got that in your vehicle, please just try and return it, so that these young players can have the stuff to play football with. Thank you very much. All right, time for us to blow the final whistle on this edition of the show.
I don't think Celtic can catch them. Rangers have built up too big a gap now. They have too big a margin for error. They can afford to make some mistakes, but Celtic can afford none. Former Rangers winger Neil McCann reacting to Rangers 1-0 win over Celtic in the Old Firm derby on Saturday. And that's the final whistle on Sports Fiesta this morning.
And that's our package. When you hear that, you know we are leaving the studio. We'll be back at 4 p.m. To give you Balls of Fire, our football only show. My name is Salih Ibrahim. They call me the Sports Abracadabra. I've been doing this with Megosa Agbekan, the Sports Maestro. See you at 4 p.m. Bye-bye.
Trying to get or receive information through all corners of the globe requires unprecedented internet service. At Wireless NG, we provide fast, reliable, and affordable unlimited broadband internet service to homes and businesses. Service is currently available across Lagos and Benin. Visit us today at Wireless NG, 5 Ramaya, Ikenede Street off PZ Sapler Road, Benin City, or our marketing office, 70 Olowo Complex, Airport Road, Benin City, or call 0807-887-9960 or 0703-672-9147. Wireless NG, erasing internet boundaries.
For yourself, oh, this no be the one you go take only ear here, oh. You must take your eyes see so that you self go enjoy what the other people they enjoy. Uyi Technica, the generator headquarter where they make everybody enjoy generators of all sizes and models for affordable price. Whether not the small one for barber shop or I've been a big Perkins generator for factory and big building. Uyi Technica, the place for generators, spare parts, grinding machine, peppermint, and others. Mention the name and size of generator where you want. Bakam, Uyi Technica get them. For the kind of money where they your pocket. Bakam, Uyi Technica get them. Go take your eyes see for the generator headquarters. Uyi Technica, 7981 and 83 Mission Road, Benin City, and all other Uyi Technical branches. Uyi Technica, affordable products for everybody jollification.
OneXBet don't land with big ogbonge odds and sharp cash out method. You will like sports. This now your big opportunity to make better money on top all your bets. Where be bigger wins. My Niger people, I beg, make una no sleep on this one. Make you rush now. Go visit our website on onexbet.ng. Don't forget to use the promo code BETNG and you go get 200% bonus on your first deposit. OneXBet, bet we're there for everybody.
92.7 KUFM.
Oh, your heart state, now no vacancy. Last time, see you on FaceTime, chatting up the place, bout you know my relationship. Me, I go put you on lockdown. I put your body on lockdown. You got me on lock now. You got my passion on lock. Oh, if you love me, you should let me. You should let me. You should let me know. And if you don't know, better feel let me. Better feel let me. I better you let me go. Pulling up. Nobody deal with the bagel and talking. Me nothing now, we are chilling in an apartment. Hope you don't mind me asking, where will we go? When the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road. Mommy, me gonna start, pull up in a fast car, yeah. I know fast start, make you want the fast part, yeah. I know you're feeling me. You know I'm feeling you. Say you want travel, we go whole valley. Say you hope in your love and not just no tally. Make my heart full of some love you totally. Do my own thing, I'm in no trouble, nobody. I'm watching out on the patio. And they didn't hear by them I watch me now. Swing on me, no miss like Pacquiao. What you feeling for hot coffee, yo? Watching out, watching out. All you want talk about how much you money. Yeah, anything you want, coffee got the money. Yeah, me give you my heart, make it take it from me. Where will we go? feeling me? Cause I'm really feeling you. Baby, are you feeling me? Cause I'm really feeling you. I'ma pull up in my fast car. Pull up in my fast car. They say they got a rock stars. Anytime I see me,
More music, more variety. Turn it up.
92.7.
From Benin City to the world.
This is 92.7 KUFM News Update.
It's 9 a.m. Good morning and welcome to KUFM's News Update. I am Godslove Orlando. Apologies for starting late. Now on the news, the federal government has released fresh guidelines for the replacement of SIM cards that are damaged, stolen or lost as part of efforts to tidy up the processes of obtaining fresh cards. The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Issa Pantami, approved the new guidelines following the recommendation of a ministerial task force on issues relating to the telecom industry and national identity numbers. The guideline states that the subscriber will present a national identification number, NIN, and an effective verification of the NIN will be carried out by the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, and that the relevant guidelines and regulation of NCC concerning SIM replacement are to be fully adhered to. Elsewhere, the Socio-Economic Right and Accountability Project, SERAP, has asked President Muhammadu Buhari to probe allegations that 3,836,685,213 naira 13 kobo of public funds meant for the Federal Ministry of Health, teaching hospitals, medical centers and National Food Drugs Administration and Control, NAFDAC, are missing, mismanaged, diverted or stolen. SERAP, in a statement issued on Sunday by its Deputy Director Kolawale Oluwadare, called on President Buhari to direct the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, to commence an investigation into the alleged stolen funds. Anambra State Commissioner for Diaspora Affairs, Culture and Tourism, Dr. Christian Madubuko, has resigned his appointment, alleging threats to life and sabotage. Madubuko returned in his resignation letter, saying that the sabotage he has seen while working as commissioner in the state is the reason it's difficult for Nigeria to develop. Madubuko, a Canadian-trained Nigerian, was first appointed as Commissioner for Industry, Trade and Commerce, the Commissioner for Road, Rail and Water Transportation, and finally as Commissioner for Diaspora Affairs, Indigenous Artworks, Culture and Tourism. And in Ogun State, where the government says it has suspended the State Commissioner for Environment, Abiodun Abudu Balogun, from office for alleged sexual harassment of an underage girl. The government said the suspension will last pending the conclusion of an independent investigation into the allegation. The commissioner was alleged of sexual harassment by a 16-year-old Barakat Melojuku. And in Kaduna, no fewer than 19 people have been killed in fresh and reprisal attacks in Giwa local government area of Kaduna State. The killings and counter-killings occurred at Kaya community, which shares a boundary with Hayinkora village in Dandume local government area of Katsina. The Kaduna State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Aronwa, confirmed the killings in a statement on Sunday. He disclosed that gunmen, numbering about 50 and armed with AK-47 rifles, stormed Kaya town at about 6:30 p.m. on Saturday and began shooting sporadically. Finally, a news update at 9 in Niger, where the President Muhammadu Buhari on Sunday condemned the killing of 70 people in Zarumdareye, a border town between Niger Republic and Mali, by militants. The senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, disclosed this in a statement, said the president is calling for united action against terrorism. Shehu said the president is deeply shocked by the large-scale death of innocent people at the hands of the callous militant who have no regard for the sanctity of human life. And that's KUFM's news update at 9. Please stay with us for more interesting programs and news update on every hour. Do not forget, you can listen to us anywhere in the world, either by visiting our website at www.kufm.net. You can download our mobile app from the Google Play Store or join us live on YouTube at KUFM Nigeria. And also you can listen to us on RadioGarden.com. Coming up in a moment is Dialogue. Please stay with us. I am God's Love Orlando saying Happy New Year.
Turn us up. 92.7.
All the programs on KU 92.7 are now open for sponsorship and advert placements. For sponsorship and advert placements, call now for inquiries 070-380-50243 or 080-887